Greetings, Trent. How are you? I hope you are well. Biggest challenge, air traffic control and all the tasks. Okay, as I read this, I was like, man, I could almost feel it in my body because I have the same thing. And I'm just like, and you might know a little bit about my work. Like, I love to simplify things. So when systems get too complex, I'm like, simplify. So that's the first thing that came to mind. Like, what if you went through all this stuff and just said, like, what could I delete? What could I delete? Push the edge. Give yourself like an hour, one quiet morning with a cup of coffee in a quiet place to just think about like, what could I delete? And then number two, what could I automate? Which you've done a lot of automate. Like, do you need all these things? Do you need Wealthbox, Income Lab, Right Capital, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Do you need them? What really, really matters? Now, this may not be an overnight thing. It may be like, oh yeah, I actually don't need that. I'm going to slowly. What could you do? I love, like I love super simple businesses. Like, how could we make it super simple? We do so many things at the Society of Advice and at Behavior Gap that people told us were too simple. And one of the most common comments we get is, thanks for keeping things so simple. So the perceived flaw became the feature. Like I thought it was a flaw to draw sketches with a Sharpie. Now, if I try to get them graphically designed, people are like, no, where's the Sharpie ones? The flaw became the feature. And I think if in a like, what could you do to simplify this? Start with delete, then think about automate, then think about delegate. What could you do to simplify it? What could you do to make this a super beautiful, incredibly simple business? What do your clients actually care about? And what's just layers on top for you that you thought they cared about? Like, ask this question. It can be painful sometimes because these are like your babies. Like you think it's deeply important, and then you find out no one cares. I can't tell you how many times I've been like, what? No one cares about that. So what do the clients actually care about? One way to do this is just look at revealed preferences. Like, how many people, like, you've got a thing, is anybody even logging into it? You send out an email every Tuesday. Does anybody read it? Like, just start looking at revealed preferences. It turns out almost no one even opens their whatever. Quarterly performance reports are always my example. Like, I thought that was the most important thing in the world. And I forgot one time to send them out. And I thought, oh my gosh, everybody's going to be so mad. I got 0 emails. So I forgot again the next quarter, 0 emails. So then I changed my ADV to say performance reports available on demand, and no one ever asked. That's an example. What could you get rid of? Cheers, my friend. Bye.